Sometimes the scariest words can become the start of the strongest chapter. For Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, something bad happened. Wasn't just a moment of fear, it was proof of the power of love, trust, and family resilience.
The phrase is a universal code for parental dread. The text message no parent ever wants to send or receive. It's vague, yet chillingly precise in its implication. The normal rhythm of life has been broken. For Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, a couple whose lives are open books by profession, a morning talk show for her, a thriving acting and producing career for him, this phrase, "something bad happened," became the title of a private chapter they never planned to write. When they finally chose to share it, they did so on their own terms. The revelation didn't arrive through a press release or a polished social media statement. It appeared, as much of their real life does, in the intimate conversational space of Live with Kelly and Mark. It was an offhand comment, a flicker of unguarded honesty amid the lighthearted chatter about anniversaries and competitive children. Kelly, in a rare moment of vulnerability, mentioned a recent family crisis that began with that ominous text. Mark nodded, his usual playfulness replaced by a heavy, quiet understanding. The audience leaned in. Headlines, designed to amplify drama, exploded across the internet. But what those sound bites missed was the profound, human story underneath. Not one of scandal, but of survival. Not dysfunction, but devotion. This is an exploration of that story, reconstructed from their candid remarks and a broader understanding of their family's public persona. It asks what "something bad happened" might truly mean for a family like theirs, a study in the anatomy of a modern family crisis, the pressures of enduring it under the spotlight, and the timeless lessons in resilience, communication, and unbreakable love. To understand a crisis, one must first know the ecosystem it disrupts. From the outside, the Ripa Consuelos family is the portrait of a modern Hollywood fairy tale. Their love story is legend, meeting on the set of All My Children, an instant spark that led to a spontaneous Las Vegas elopement in 1996. It was a whirlwind that defied industry odds. Decades later, they remain not only together, but intertwined. A team, a brand, a symbol of enduring partnership. Their three children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, grew up in this rare blend of love and fame. The family narrative, as seen on Live and in interviews, is one of affectionate teasing, fierce loyalty, and grounding values that feel almost nostalgic. Kelly often jokes about their chaotic group chat, a digital family room where memes are weapons and parental missteps are lovingly documented. Mark, the stoic and handsome patriarch, often takes the heat for his frugality or his competitive streak. This carefully balanced public image isn't a facade. It reflects genuine effort. They've worked tirelessly to give their kids a sense of normal life. Reports speak of chore charts, curfews, and the universal parenting struggle to keep teenagers communicating. They value family dinners, phone-free vacations, and hard work. Each child has carved an independent path, Michael in acting, Lola in music, and Joaquin in college life. This is the before picture, a thriving, loving, seemingly unshakable family fortress. But every fortress exists to withstand siege, and a family crisis is the most intimate siege of all. The crisis began, as so many modern ones do, with a phone notification, a buzz, a glance. Something bad happened. For Kelly or Mark, they've kept the detail private, those words would have triggered an instant physiological panic, heart racing, breath catching, the world narrowing to a glowing rectangle. What counts as bad for a family in their position? Tabloids would leap to extremes, arrests, scandals, near-fatal accidents. But family crises are often both smaller and more profound. Bad might mean a mental health emergency, a panic attack, a revelation of depression too heavy to hide. Bad could be an academic or career setback shaking a child's confidence. It might be a betrayal between friends or the sudden illness of someone dear. The torment of the phrase lies in its ambiguity, a placeholder for pain too raw to name. It's a lifeline request, unspoken but urgent. For the recipient, that uncertainty is agony. The mind becomes a cinema of catastrophe, racing through every nightmare scenario. For Kelly and Mark, that moment must have made their public lives feel instantly burdensome. Ordinary parents can drop everything, leave a store, rush home. Kelly's workplace, however, is a live broadcast to millions. Mark might be mid-scene on set. Their professional machinery, assistants, producers, publicists, had to be mobilized instantly. The show, as they say, must go on. But in that instant, the show becomes a gilded cage. The personas of Kelly Ripa, the bubbly host, and Mark Consuelos, the intense actor, turn into masks too heavy to wear. The first casualty of a crisis is always the facade. The parents take over. The immediate aftermath of any family emergency is a blur of emotion, logistics, and pure survival instinct. For the Ripa Consuelos family, the mission was clear: containment, a digital lockdown. In an age where every moment is documented, their first decision would have been to go dark. The group chat, normally filled with jokes, became a command center. Phones off, don't post, don't reply. They knew silence would fuel speculation, but privacy mattered more than perception. Managing the digital footprint of trauma in real time, that's a new age parenting skill few ever prepare for. Then came the circle of trust, a small inner ring of people quietly notified. Trusted assistants, their business manager, perhaps a few lifelong friends beyond Hollywood gossip. The message? We're handling a family matter. No details, hold everything else. This inner circle became a human shield against outside curiosity. Inside the family, roles naturally shifted. One parent likely became the emotional anchor, the calm, nurturing presence. The other took charge of logistics, canceling commitments, arranging therapy or medical help, keeping the household running. Given their personalities, one can imagine Kelly directing logistics with her trademark precision, while Mark offered steady, emotional reassurance. Another vital yet often overlooked impact was the effect on siblings. Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, though grown and independent, are close. The crisis of one is the crisis of all. They would have rallied, supporting the sibling at the center while wrestling with their own fear and confusion. Years of shared dinners, vacations, and inside jokes became the emotional currency they drew from. The siblings became a united front, speaking a quiet language of love and solidarity. As the first wave of chaos subsided, another uniquely modern challenge emerged: managing their public lives. Kelly's career depends on openness. Her brand is built on authenticity. For days or weeks, she would still need to host the show, interviewing celebrities, laughing at skits, projecting joy. The psychological strain of performing normalcy while privately suffering is enormous. Every laugh feels like betrayal. Every moment of genuine connection threatens to unleash emotion. Their social media, normally vibrant with family photos and updates, went silent. Fans noticed. "Is everything okay?" filled the comments. In celebrity culture, silence speaks volumes. To choose invisibility is to declare that something matters more than the brand, the family itself. When they finally mentioned the crisis, briefly, vaguely, on live, it was a masterclass in controlled vulnerability. It wasn't confession or performance. It was strategy and truth coexisting. By being the first to say something bad happened, they took ownership of the story, shielding their family from speculation and reclaiming control.